Welcome back to New Day Cleveland. Would you believe me if I told you it's time to start your garden? Well, believe it. Fran Blank joins me from Don Mold's plantation. Yours are already starting to grow.
I know. I have some flowers started and I have my onions started.
See, it will get everybody in the mood to start thinking spring and get things in order. And this is Gardening 101. So for someone like me, I think this is a great first step to show us what you do. So it starts
We'll start here. What I brought are things that you will need to start seeds. Obviously, you need seeds. And I want everybody to be aware when you get your seeds, put them in a jar that you can close tightly and put some desiccants in. And these are things that you get, you know, when you open aspirin or purses and shoes.
Something new that you buy at the store.
The silica gel stuff. Throw that in there with your seeds. That'll keep them nice and dry. Pulls the moisture.
Smart.
Put that in the refrigerator. Okay, so you have seeds. You will need containers, and you can recycle anything. You can recycle things that had plants in them before.
Sure.
You can buy new pea pots. You can see what mine are in: mushroom container,
butter containers.
Butter containers. This had strawberries. That's a perfect little greenhouse right there. Anything that you can put holes in the bottom of. Be aware, though, that if it had soil in it before, for instance, these had soil in them last year, so you have to wash them well and put them down in a sink with some Clorox and water to sterilize them.
I was wondering, I'm looking at this, and what is she using with Clorox, the Clorox for?
Because there's a fungal problem called damp off that will kill your seedlings. That's inherent in soil. So sterilize those pots. You can also make your own little pot.
How do you do
with
that?
This little pot maker, which is so cool.
So you just cut up a piece of newspaper?
A strip of newspaper, you twist it around, you push it down in the bottom like that.
Now, do they have this at the plantation there where you can buy something like this?
They might, but I'm not sure there are any left.
Okay. Can they get them out of the
You can buy them online. They're all over. Yeah, it's just called Pot Maker. It's the name of it.
Okay.
And it makes a little pot. You can fill that with your soil and start your seeds in there.
Perfect.
No cost. You'll also need some kind of labels to label it with. Again, I'm really cheap, so I cut up old blinds.
Very interesting.
And cut them, they cut easily with scissors. A black Sharpie to write on. You'll need a soilless potting mix. This is important. Remember I mentioned the damp off here?
Yes.
That could kill it. So you need a mix without soil. It has to be nice and light and loose. It should be a seed starting mix, no soil.
Because that will kill the seeds.
Because it could potentially kill the seedlings. Just as the seedlings germinate, you're patting yourself in the back thinking, yay, they're great, I have them, my tomatoes are up, my peppers are up, and then you go down the next morning and look at them, and they're rotted right at the soil level, and they're all fallen over, and they're gone. So you need sterile containers and a sterile, soilless mix. Very important. So that's basically what you need to start. And then to plant them, you need, wet your soilless mix with really hot tap water. Cold water won't mix in, so use really hot tap water. Fill your container, tap it down like that to get out any air bubbles. Plant your seed. And
those are sweet red peppers?
Sweet red pepper, and it is, by the way, it is now time to start peppers and onions. It's not too early. And I just distribute them around. You can use a smaller pot if you don't want this many. I plant a huge garden, so I plant a lot of seeds. And then
just lay them right on top.
Just lay them right on top, and then mix them in just a little. Put the rest back in there. You don't really need them. And I just poke them in just a little. This is damp, soilless mix.
The hot water that you put in it.
Right. Tap it down, and then put your label on. And trust me on this. Ask me how I know. You have to plant a container. Label it. Plant a container, label it.
Make sure you don't mess anything up.
Because if you line it up, you won't know what you have.
All right, and last, I just want to make sure you got the big light here.
And the light, as soon as this germinates, put it inside of a baggie. Keep it warm. As soon as it germinates, put them under a fluorescent light. If this is the fluorescent light, your seedlings should be this close. Don't have the light up here and the plants down here. Keep the light on for 15 hours a day.
Planting your seeds, Gardening 101. Fran always knows how to do it, and you can visit the 2 locations of Don Mold's plantation.
Amherst and North Ridgeville.
Perfect. Thank you so much for being
You're
here
welcome.
today. Get those seeds going. All right. Did you know